All right, it's your boy
Welcome
Willow,
everyone
man.
to Solomon's Crown.
What? Solomon's Crown? What is that?
All right, go ahead.
Nah, you're good.
Welcome everyone to Solomon's Crown. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about toxic culture, and I'm gonna have Willie Main start off with this topic.
Yeah. So noticing that toxic culture is super toxic. I think I used to be a part of that culture, like when it first started, but like it wasn't like spiteful type things. It was just like, bro, it was really more so like I just didn't want to fall in line with everything. And I think that's like where toxic culture like really started, where people were just like, oh, you're toxic because you cancel plans or you do this, and that. But it's like, nah, I just don't want to do that stuff. Like, so at some point, toxic culture became like this whole mainstream, like, oh yeah, we gotta be toxic city boys. And then what is it? What was it for the females
City girls,
or hot girls?
it's
Hot
city
girl
girls.
summer.
Yeah, hot girls, summer, city girls, same thing.
Yeah. Either way, city boys up. But either way, it's just like you see it now, like even in like TikTok, where it's just like somebody will do something and then it'll be like 50 comments of just like super toxic uh like comments and stuff. And it's just like people really wake up and choose violence for no reason. It's like
Sensational.
what is this doing for you? I think that's always been a problem. Like back in the day, like people used to get bullied and stuff like that, and people would just watch it happen. But like, I was one of those dudes who was like, see a dude getting bullied and be like, bro, like, chill, like, it's not that serious. I mean, I got bullied a little while, then I learned Taekwondo, bro. It's like breaking blocks and bricks and everything. But yeah, man. I mean, what do you feel about the toxic culture? Because you've experienced it firsthand with your other channel and posting videos and just getting
So
literal.
how do I put this in words? So I think the social media and the internet has put people in this bubble to where you are supposed to be at a certain level, right? You're supposed to be, they have this certain image that they put out, social media puts out, and you're supposed to be that. And if you're not at that level, you're less than. So if you're on social media as a female or a male, you're supposed to be look like this, and you're supposed to be doing this, or more specifically, like in Apex, right? Specific to me, like if you're playing Apex, like if you're not at this particular rank, or you're not at this particular skill level, or if you're not hitting these type of shots, like you're not good, right? You're bad. You're a bot or whatever. So like for instance, I like memes. I post a lot of funny content. You can check out my channel in the description box below, and I'll link it and everything. But I pretty much like I do a lot of memes. I started playing Apex like last year in November when Will introduced it to me, and I mean obviously with the way my life is, like I don't have the time to play it like 8 hours a day like a lot of these pros do. But you know I've been increasing my skill little by little every chance I get. But long story short, like I'll post little meme videos here of me either taking an L or like doing a squad wipe or whatever for those who are familiar with FPSs and Apex lingo. And people come on and be like, oh, but yeah, you missed so many shots. It's like,
Yes, sir.
Enemy here. Enemies here, and they're reviving. Enemies here.
Bing bang.
Squad, healing up. Getting a bit out high water. Rings near and ain't closing for 60.
how to improve with the wingman is like, don't use the wingman if you can't hear shots. And I'm like, how can I be better at a game or be better in anything without taking L's in the process to become better? But it's like, oh, because I'm immediately not say a Shiv FPS or
Just
or
naturally
it's
gifted,
Timmy
bro.
or
Yeah.
naturally gifted, right? It's like, oh, like you're not good, you're not good. And it's like there's this culture, this toxic culture of putting people down, um, of damn near cyberbullying people because they're still growing or they're not at their potential. People are so quick to attack people and put them down as opposed to help them. Be like, oh, damn, like I noticed that you missed some shots. Maybe try doing this or trying this aimbot software, not aimbot software, but the
Aim labs.
aim
Yeah.
like aim labs or whatever. Or, try doing this technique to help you or whatever. Or try hitting the firing range in the game or whatever, or just like, just in general, like if people give you good advice to kind of improve you, like improving each other, no one wants to do that. They're so quick to criticize and judge. Even on our channel, people will be like, oh, like you didn't know about this. It's like blah 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 blah, and it's like you shouldn't be doing YouTube if you haven't done your homework. And it's like we're just trying to do content. We're just speaking our head, speaking our minds, and people are just so quick to criticize. Not saying that criticism is all bad. It's a way to,
Constructive criticism is
yeah,
what people
constructive
should be doing.
criticism. Yeah, exactly.
But I think
But
we
that's my two
saw
pieces on
we
it.
saw like the firsthand. I think like the streaming community is like super toxic at times because you have these big name streamers. You have the ones who are like under them who aren't like the biggest names, but they get like 700 to 800, maybe a couple thousand. Some of those dudes are like super chill. But then you
Yeah,
have like the dudes who are like barely scraping the bottom, like at the like, oh, I just made partners, so I know that I can talk to anybody any type of way because I
yeah,
did it this, and that. And like they always give these small streamers like bad advice. Like I've literally seen dudes get roasted, and I know they're kids or like somebody who just literally doesn't know. And they'll come into somebody's comment box and be like, hey, like, what's the best way to improve? Can you check out my channel and tell me what you think? And then these streamers just flame these dudes like, how
hmm,
dare you come in my stream and self promote and this, and that. You had that one time where you got rated. Literally, I think it was like your third time streaming.
yo, this was my first or second time streaming. I think
Yeah,
I was in transition from America to Japan, and I was
yeah.
stuck in quarantine in my hotel for 2 weeks. And I was, I think I just got Twitch, not Twitch, well, affiliate, or I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe I was in Japan already. I don't remember. But Will was in my stream, and this chick rated me, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I think I was playing Apex at the
But you were,
time,
yeah,
or
you were playing Monster Hunter. No,
it,
maybe
it was Monster Hunter and
either
Pop.
way.
Yeah, actually, it was Monster Hunter, I
But you were
think.
playing on a laptop and you didn't have a secondary screen, like so you didn't even know what was
Yeah,
going on half the
yeah.
time.
And I was probably fighting like an end boss, so I was like
Yeah.
in it. And come to find out, she messaged me and she was like, you know that when you get rated by someone, it's good manners to say thank you or whatever, all smug like. And I'm like, what? Like it's like, come on, man.
And that chick
Come on.
still has the same 17
Yeah.
views that she
Yeah.
had 2 years ago, 3 years
Yeah. two
ago.
years ago that we
And
started.
it's like, bro, it's like stuff like that where it's like I feel like people reach a certain level of success that they think is like, oh, this is a huge achievement. And then they start acting different. And it's like, I'm all for acting different. Like, if you change like drastically and you're just feeling yourself, like, that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with being confident, maybe a little cocky at times, just to be like,
Mm,
okay, cool. Like, if you got it unlocked, you got it unlocked. There's nothing that can be done about that. Like, if I go out and buy a Mercedes and I paid for it in cash, like, yeah, I cop that. Like, I drive that. Like, it's paid off. Like, that's cocky. That's like, but like to be like, oh yeah, I'm leasing this Mercedes and like y'all are all peasants and you could never afford a Mercedes, this, and that, when you can't even afford it yourself, like that's where it becomes a problem. But like
yeah.
I see it in the streaming community so much. And that was like a big reason that turned me off from like streaming is just like everybody wants to network, right? You have a bunch of streamers who are like, oh, you need to network, you need to be in a community, but it's always about self. Like it's always so selfish, bro. And I think that's the biggest thing is like people will be like, oh yeah, you should join my community if you want to talk about these things. But literally they're just recruiting people into their communities and then like half the time it's like you join the community and it's just like they don't talk to these people, or like somebody will ask a question and it'll be like, oh, like maybe you should look up on YouTube how to do this and that, like this and that, like, and it's become detrimental to like the younger generation who is coming up. So like back to like the 18 to 24-year-olds who are just like, they don't have any positivity in their lives. Everybody's telling them like, oh, what they're doing is wrong. You got to think they're growing up in an age where like the world is crazy. They can't afford to live, like they're depressed and all these things. And then they go try to find something that they want to do that's different. They want to be like in a community and they just get literally dumpstered, bro.
Yeah.
And that's long-term detrimental like effects that are going to affect these people. And the whole toxic culture doesn't even help, bro, because it's like I feel like more people idolize Future than they do like anybody else who's like actually successful. And it's like, oh, I want to be like Future because like he gets all these females and he's just like always on drugs and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, that is not fun. Like that is like,
yeah.
And it's like, I remember there's a couple times where like rappers will be like, yo, I don't even do drugs, bro. Like I just rap about it. Like, and that's the thing is like a lot of these kids and a lot of these younger dudes don't know. Like, and like, to be honest, I feel like a lot of people are getting tired and burnt out on this toxic culture. I don't know if like the cancel culture is like toxic. It feels like they are, because it's just like, bro, nobody can say anything. It's like supposed to be freedom of speech. You say one bad thing and then it's just like, oh, massacre this dude, find out where he lives, like egg his house, like make his life a living hell. And they're just literally ruining people over words. Like, and I feel like that's just horrible, bro. Like the toxic culture is just so, I'm so done with it at this point. And it's just like, how do we move forward from here to get to more positive output in the world in general?
I don't think we do, honestly. If
Not
social
that
media is the way it
mentality.
is, I don't think we do.
It's tragic to hear, to be honest. I mean, low key, I mean, it's just like everybody's just like, yo, start reading books, start getting on your own like grind and stuff like that. But even that, man, it's like I'm probably gonna go back to streaming once I get to my next spot. But it's like I remember like trying to start streaming and we joined all these like streamer groups and all these help groups, and they got like 5,000-10,000 members all, and like literally it's just people spamming links. Somebody asks something and it's like, go Google it. Like, and it's just like, bro, like
Exactly.
it's so toxic, especially on TikTok, bro. That's low key toxic too. So I mean, what do you guys think? Like, how do we change toxic culture? How does this change? Like, should people just stop trying to do new things just because they're going to get shunned every time they do it? Or should they, like, what are you guys thinking? So let us know in the comment box, and then we'll go from there and we'll build another episode on it. So thank you for stopping by. If you can, like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. But until next time, catch y'all later.
Peace.